We are going to have a very serious conversation with you, gentlemen, because this is not easy. Okay? It's an interesting topic today. The woman that you're dating right now, John, do you know her? The woman that you are dating her right now, have you figured her out? I just want a genuine answer from you guys. The lady that you are dating, that you have married, have you entirely figured her out? Sometimes I think your information is too much for men or myself to comprehend. Okay, I do understand by this. Sometimes it's too much. That is true. That is true. I understand. But right now, the very important question actually is the woman that you are dating, or you are in a relationship, or you are in a marriage with, do you think you know her? Do you think you have figured her out? Okay? Her character, her behavior, her reactions. Do you genuinely know her? And if you don't really know her, or you feel like you haven't figured her out, right? Is it bothering you? That is the question we are going to deal with right now. This message is held for review. Okay? I don't know. I don't have my backup plan right now because yesterday it was messing me up. What was your message? Why is your message on review? Again, question for you gentlemen. The lady that you are dating right now, your wife, your girlfriend, do you think you know her? Have you figured her out? Her character, her behavior, her reactions. And if you haven't, does it really bother you? That is the question. It's bothering me when her covert intentions are selfish, narcissistic, or not love. Coach Collins, where are you from right now? I'll be joining with you, gentlemen, for the first time. I am in Nairobi, Kenya. For the first time, I am in Nairobi, Kenya. It's 10 p.m. on this side. It's hard to say, is in that game or the doesn't care or she doesn't care. Okay. Now let me answer John's question. It's bothering me when her covert intentions are selfish, narcissistic, or not love. Okay. Are you okay being in that relationship? It's bothering you, right? She's selfish. She's maybe narcissistic in some type of a way. But still, John, you are in that relationship. You're still building that relationship with her. Now, right now, it might work out. It might be fun. You might even maybe just accommodate her. You might be understanding. Maybe you might cope up with it. But eventually, when you end up having kids with her, when you marry her, if that character finally gets worse, again, because it will get worse. Right now, you are convinced that you have it all. You can understand her. You can cope up with that character. In the near future, when you have kids and it gets worse, there's no love. Her old character is always paying attention to the kids. The love is on the kid. She assumes your existence. She doesn't want to see you there. Why? The character now, it's too much. She can't hide it anymore. Now she is herself. And you think you haven't figured her out, or maybe there is a problem, or maybe you can fix her. That is the trigger right there. Now you are figuring her out. And right now, I'm telling you, John, right now, If she's narcissistic, she is selfish, and you still have a relationship with her, and you are okay with that, don't marry her. Why? I don't want to see your problems here. Right now, even someone tells you that it's not going to last, don't marry her. Do this. Maybe you think they don't want the best for you. But eventually, after you have invested in that relationship, you have showed love, you have showed care, now you are expecting a return on investment. Maybe you can fix it. Maybe you can seek for a therapist for your lady. Maybe you can talk to someone. Maybe she can seek for an advice until she understands her emotions. She masters her emotions. She genuinely shows love. She uses less games. And if she's sorry, she comes and tells you, I'm sorry. She apologizes and not escalate or emotionally burst out. It's going to be worse. So, yeah, today it's personal. Take care of your life. Okay, gentlemen? It's not that serious. You don't have kids with her. Take that advantage. Okay? Now, the sister, I don't know that name is hard for me to actually say it. Said hi. Hi, Daisa. Thomas. Okay, your question is it's hard to say is the game or she doesn't care. Here's the thing. How do you know if she doesn't really care or it is a game? The moment you start figuring her out, the moment you start figuring her games, that is when you are entirely trapped psychologically. And you know what? When you get trapped psychologically, you can't figure her out. You can entirely be yourself because you are investing at the same time investigating her character in a subconscious way so that you can understand, is it really a game or she just doesn't care? She has you. Psychologically, you don't have answers. When you don't have answers, that is where you get triggered. That is where you are always frustrated. That is when you can't even feel love towards this lady. Every time you see her, it's just resentment. Why? Psychologically, you are not getting answers and it is affecting you entirely. Okay? I canceling my I canceling my wedding with her 2 months in advance. No regrets. 10 years later, and now I realized she was a narcissistic. Have to admit, even though she was okay. I'm proud of you, John. I canceled the wedding. You rather know things early, move on with your life, make your decision, then come to suffer later on. Okay? Why I have always known you to be Mayolo, but your accent has always made me suspect you are originally Kenyan and especially from Western. Congrats, my fellow Kenyan, for daring abroad and making us proud. Okay. Thank you, Koech Collins. Thank you. Yeah. Right now, I'm in Kenya. So this is to all you gentlemen. You really care about her? You love her? Does she? Because we can measure the variable. And here's the thing. When women are using games, it depends who she is again. When a lady is using a game, it depends who she is. By who she is, I mean, is she an avoidant? Is she anxious? Is she insecure? Or is she a disorganized? Meaning she doesn't even understand her own emotions. So using a game, I'm using a game to make myself feel safe around you or feel like I have the control. I can't even understand my own emotions. I am losing it. But when I use a game, You overreact, you react back. I have a feeling that I am in control. That makes me feel safe. When I am an avoidant, I use a game of consistently pulling back and showing sometimes in that relationship, showing love and care once in a while, then I pull back because I can't deal with you, or maybe investing so much in that relationship emotionally doesn't make me feel safe because I feel like I lack control of this relationship. Is she a fearful avoidant? Is she a fearful, anxious, but at the same time avoidant? A mixed character. Hmm. Your questions can come. I want to end this live. I only wanted to be live for around 20 minutes, but it will depend with your questions and it will depend with your engagement right here. So know this, it doesn't matter. The moment you start figuring your lady out and you are not aware that everyone is consistently evolving, that is where trouble is. Okay? Perfect answer. Thank you. You're welcome, Thomas. You're welcome. You're insecure, I will say. I was given an ultimatum to marry before this, before this, which she denied afterwards. Just too much pressure, more pressure, pushing her agenda than love. There is always an agenda behind any pressure, and the agenda is always to women. So you are here trying to figure a woman out, only to realize later on you are psychologically trapping yourself. And you can be securely attached, and you can be okay with that. But the moment you are consistently figuring a narcissistic, figuring a woman who is playing games, figuring a woman who doesn't care, figuring an emotionally unavailable lady, that is the trap right there. That is where it hurts the most. Because if she is emotionally unavailable, you will never figure her out. Every time she says that something is just off and emotionally it will affect her, she will disengage, pull back, or she will overreact because of her emotions. Now, you are messing with her emotions and she is emotionally unavailable. Either disengage or lash out, because that is the only way she can let out her emotions and not let you figure her out. You know, most women, when they sense, they have an instinct that you are figuring her out. That is where it hurts, because we don't want you to figure us out. It makes someone walk with her like her heart is on the sleeve of the shoulders, right? Like as if you don't need to know me. That doesn't make me feel safe. When I feel like you're figuring me out, man, that would that will never work out for me. So you think your questions can come before a certain date. Okay, I hear you, John, from Holland. Finally, people from Holland. Holland is in which part of this of one last one. I lost my wife to cancer. We are sorry, Koech. We are sorry. 1 year ago, and planning to remarry. Not yet found a suitable partner. One advice for me is a widower and a father. Welcome to loyal fan Thomas. Thank you. Welcome. You're now finally a member. Join actually my channel. Welcome on board, Thomas. Thanks for joining on my channel and being a member. What is the one? Okay, 1 year ago and planning to remarry. Not yet found a suitable partner. One advice for me is a widower and a father to my 3 sons, please. One advice to you. Wow. Even if you are going to marry a woman Okay? Maybe she will also have kids. And maybe you want to have kids of your own so that it can be a one family. She can come with one kid or two kids. You can have your three kids. You can be together, right? You can build that relationship. This is the one advice to you. The idea that you have about that relationship, okay, that marriage, how it will blend in, that ideology in your mind that you have already come up with, she has to be like this. She will be like this as far as she's this, as far as she's maybe respectful, loving. That is not going to be the reality. She will never fit in the shoes of your ex. Yeah, I don't want to mention that. She will never satisfy you and be prepared for that. You will always compare her with your ex, your late wife. Always, not in a conscious way. And be ready for that. She will eventually resent you. That is if she has kids. Be ready for that. I'm not saying don't marry, but prepare yourself in that sense. But here's the good thing. If you still are in your 40s, maybe give it time. Let your kids go to high school so that you don't have a smaller kid, like you don't have children in your home. When you marry another lady, you don't have kids in your home. When you marry another lady, maybe she doesn't have kids. That is the best you can do. You know, a man, you can be in your 40s, as far as you're financially stable, you can, okay, you can pay the school fees for your kids, okay? They are already learning, okay? And maybe now you can have a home of your own and then start from zero. Sorry, I'm not entirely sure of this, but this is the one best advice I'll give you. Marry someone who doesn't have a kid. Even if she will have a kid, maybe one, but even one, it won't be easy. Trust me, you don't want to be in a family. You have your kids. She has her kid. She carries her kid. You carry your kid. Then you build a family. Here's the thing: maybe her ex-husband is alive, but your ex-wife is not alive. And then the chaos that will come from this family, from this lady who has maybe a boy or a girl, that chaos with you, and you don't have actually someone you can start chaos with. You are actually pure. You are worthy a wife who doesn't have a kid. I'm very sure of that, especially if you are still young. I mean, that is the best I can give you. Look yourself a woman who doesn't have a kid, unless your kids are still young and you are rushing to get yourself a lady. Don't rush. Have fun. I mean, who said you must marry? Who said? Just take your time. Learn. Marry yourself a woman who doesn't have a kid, who will not give you chaos consistently. Even when she starts chaos, you don't have a responsibility of the other women or maybe the chaos from the other family. She can walk away. Maybe you will be at peace, but at least there is a higher chance of that relationship working because you are the mature man in that relationship. Marry yourself a woman who doesn't have a kid. Why Why can't women just love a man? Why all these figuring out? That's what men wonder. Men just fall in love and most are loyal. Hmm. Women are always maximizing hypergamy. Okay? Awkwardly, Rachel. This is a lady. Welcome on board, Rachel. Right now, I am in Nairobi, Kenya. Welcome on board. Trust me, John. Many of us just fall in love too I'm exhausted by all of the things to trust me. We do fall in love, but women have one trick. They don't fall in love. That is the thing. They must like you on a human to human level. They might be attracted to you physically. You will think you connect because of how she feels attracted to you. But if she doesn't like you on a human to human level, she feels there is no connection. Hmm, it's not going to work. I'm sorry. 99% of the women I know, mm-mm. Because I am also a lady, I rather tell you men, and you can learn from that. Okay? Hmm? Oh, absolutely. If we don't like who you are, there is no chance for love. Hear it from the lady. Hmm? You thought that because she is attracted to you, hmm, then she will fall in love. I'm sorry. She has to like you on a human to human level. That is the trick right there. Hmm? Okay. Thought I was maybe joking with you guys. Hear it from the woman's mouth. That is my fellow lady right there. I wonder why she joined my channel. Okay. Questions? Questions? John, any other bothering question before go to you go do your things? So that is something that I wanted to tell you guys. Well, just came upon it and it looked interesting. Wow. So I am interesting. I appreciate that, my lady. Thanks for the support. Okay, point noted. And in my 40s, and my sons are grades 9, 6, and PP1. Thanks and God bless. Wow. I mean, if you can manage to get uh, someone who can take care of the kids, if you are like financially stable, and someone can take care of the kids, marry yourself a lady who doesn't have kids. I'm sorry. But here's the thing. Most of the time, issues come in when I come with my kid, you come with your kid, drama from the other family, from your ex, drama from my ex, everything is colliding. But now you don't have your ex, right? So at least yours is on a better stand. But I have my own issues. Will you handle that? Yet you have kids. That pressure is too much for you. Can't handle that. Trust me. I mean, you can give it a trial, but I don't think if it's worth it. Just have fun, man. Give yourself enough time. You can get yourself a lady even when your kids at least are in maybe primary. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not worth it right now. Get yourself someone who can take care of the kids, have fun with the kids, then go play some, games with your friends. Take in your, have fun with your friends. It's too much trauma out there, too much chaos. I don't think if you can deal with a woman right now until you realize that a woman in your life is just an added thing in your life. Again, until she pleases you. Oh, it's not worth it. But some say it is worth it if you can get yourself a woman from the village. But nowadays, even women from the village, they don't want that. Most of them, they don't want that responsibility. Just take your time. Have fun. It's not that serious. Okay? Questions? It seemed interesting. So this live is interesting. Okay. Other questions, please? Oh, hit up your question, John. Hit up your question right now. Hi. Hi, Benito Rudek. That is the name, right? Where are you from? Let us know. John, hit up your question. I'm here to answer your question. I'm doing one-on-one sessions, coachings. If you are interested, you can hit me up. But again, the most important thing, join my channel. Be a member. Don't just be here. Join my channel. At least 10 people for the first time. I'm streaming from Bahrain. Okay. I think Bahrain is in United States, right? Let me hope I'm not wrong. John, we're waiting from Holland. We are waiting for your question. You are a great teacher. Thank you, Benito. Thank you. I appreciate that. Questions? John, hit up your question. We are waiting. I enjoy your contents. Man, I know. One day, don't worry, one day it will pay off. It will pay off one day, yeah. I pray to God that one day, wow, one day it will. This is a movement that I hope one day men will appreciate it. Okay? Thanks for the likes. Thanks for showing love. My question is already posted. Okay, maybe that was a previous comment. Okay. Now I have 22 minutes to close this live. And you haven't asked your questions. Now, the other thing I wanted to tell men. A baby. That is their name. Welcome on board, a baby. This is the other thing I wanted to tell men. You see, when women are playing games subconsciously, most of the time, they're doing that because they already know you. It doesn't matter if you think you are maybe securely attached. Why? She just needs to know your triggers. Everyone, even if you are securely attached, everyone has a trigger. And if you can react to that trigger every time she acts in a certain way, she already has you. She will always know that. And it doesn't matter. Okay? So as long as she thinks she knows your triggers, she will always use that against you. Always know that. So this is for you, gentlemen. I don't care, but don't take things seriously. Don't mess up your life, because life is not that hard, but it's hard when you are with the wrong partner. That's one thing I have learned. It becomes so hard, especially if you are with the wrong partner. Like my life, And then if you are with a partner who is always selfish, she's always using games and tests against you, that's the worst you can actually have in your life. So you rather just be single, right? Yes. Thank you very much. You're welcome, John. You're welcome. Anytime soon. You're welcome. Do you have other questions? Do you know what? I was really, I never meant to come on live, but I had to fulfill my promise that I told you yesterday. Consistent. Okay? Because I had actually forgotten that I was supposed to come live. I forgot. Hey, I was using a broken English, but who cares as long as the information is out, right? I mean, everyone cares. Do you have now your questions? The last questions, I only have 18 minutes so that I can. So, yeah, it's tough out there. And most you guys, you deserve better. Sometimes it's worthy having your peace of mind than just trying to build a relationship with someone who doesn't really care about you. Not because she doesn't really care, but she doesn't even understand herself. So always put yourself first. It doesn't matter if you love her, you have to always come first. That is where love is. Yeah, true. They will always find you attractive more when you put yourself first. They will always admire that. That is true, actually. $15 minutes? Is it 15 or 25? Now, so that is the thing that I wanted to tell men, and that is what you guys have been struggling with. Okay? Balancing a relationship with your life, with your kids, or maybe just your girlfriend and your life, and with everything that is happening. Happy Sunday. Blessings. Blessings. Pedri Talks. I think that is your name. Blessings to you. So that is what men have been struggling with right now. Balancing real life, that is physically real life with women. And until you get yourself a woman who also cares and then she loves you, she wants the best for you, she wants the same thing you want, man, it don't, it's not going to work. Okay? It will work at first sight, but eventually it won't pay off. You will only be exhausted, frustrated, always trying to understand someone, but it's not going to work. But here's the thing, just give it a try. If you have already made your decision to be in a relationship with someone, with a lady, maybe give it a try, but just don't give all yourself to that and forget yourself, right? Outstanding the messages, outstanding the message and reflections you give. Blessings. Blessings to you. Amen. I hope one day it will pay off. Trey G. Question. Okay, welcome on board. That is a member on my board, actually. You are a member on my board. Finally, welcome on board and ask a question. Enjoy the orange. It's actually done. I see a fellow Kenyan lady we have a lot of adult fun with, and mostly just been that. No arguments or negative. She's always positive, joyful, but never communicates strong feelings or emotions. Other. Okay? I see a fellow Kenyan lady. Okay? And the alien and 12 just like what for the beaches in the back. Okay, let me see your question again. That I miss you. She recently asked me if I ever see it getting serious. I told her only saw it as fun since I never saw her open up. Was this right assumption? It was. But I think now she has feelings for you because now you are this high. She feels like you know your zone, you know your value, and her existence never moved you off center. You are yourself, right? Okay. How you are behaving and you felt maybe nothing, that is what raised attraction. I'm telling you. And she liked you for that. If you can sustain that, my friend, you can have a relationship and it can last forever. But if you won't sustain that frame, eventually she will dislike you. Okay. John, what is your opinion on Kevin Samuels and what he did or his show? I didn't watch it. The other time you commented about that, and I didn't get a shit actually. You want me to talk about consciousness? Okay. Yeah, those one who are new, I talk about stoicism, women's games, women's nature, and some games are not conscious, they are subconscious. And then women's narcissistic traits, women's behaviors that are dangerous to men, and then women's acting like they are innocent. Okay. That is what I talk about, and how they systematically use games to select men. And then I talk about energy, how women perceive men through energy and feelings, and how your energy can affect a woman's feelings towards you. So I talk about energy, then I talk about women's games, then I talk about psychologically. Okay? Psychologically is when now I dive deeper into consciousness. Okay? The human nature consciousness, how it operates, and how what you are experiencing right now, the consciousness that you have right now, and how you see things right now, it is a shared consciousness. How you feel, perceive things, sense things psychologically, and you think maybe something is not adding up, that is a shared consciousness. And for you to be free, you have to set the nature self free. That is by not analyzing women characters as she is attractive and sexy. That is why I like her. That is why maybe I feel attracted to her. That is just a label that heightens a specific feeling in your existence. And the sensations in your body is because of those feelings that has been heightened by the perception you have about Hannah. Hannah is not attractive. Attractive is the word that will heighten a feeling in your body because it releases a dopamine feeling or maybe a specific hormone that triggers you like her, and it has been a pattern in your past. And it is a shared consciousness to men who see women in that lens and not identifying women by their values, but they identify women by their attractiveness. That is where the trap is. And now I talk about consciousness psychologically. You are trapping yourself psychologically because of that, and you are not free. So man can never be free without his wife. Okay? So that is where the consciousness now is. That is what I talk about. Trey G, I hope I answered your question well. You said thanks. I hope you are satisfied. And thanks for joining actually my gang. If you are a new member, join my channel, join my gang, be a member, okay? There's another question here. So are you saying we should be patient and not want more than the offering? So we should remove the label and see through the attractiveness. If we are not attracted, why will we want her? Remove the label. If we are not, yeah, you answered. Okay, you're welcome. Thank you, man. Thank you. Here's the thing. What is the name? Mokwena. Where are you from, Mokwena? When you remove the attractiveness, you see the reality as it is. You pick women under the influence of value. What will she also bring? You know, when you pick women under the influence of attractiveness, that is being selfish. You join a movement, a consciousness that traps you guys in the psychological world, and then you want to fix a lady because she is attractive. When she will give birth, she will have 10 kids. My friend, why is my phone tapping itself? Does it have a problem? Hmm. You need to understand that. The attractiveness that you think exists. I am in South Africa, my Africa sister. Okay, thank you for joining my live. You have to remove the attractiveness to see things as they are. The attractiveness is just a word that heightens a specific feeling, but it's not a reality. That is just an illusion. How the body looks. Imagine if there wasn't the word attractiveness, how will you define that body? It's just a word that was, will I say, what is the right explanation for that? Someone came up with that word, okay? And it became a movement because that word heightened a specific woman, a specific feeling in a human kind's brain, which is a consciousness that can be shared in different types of men so that men can never survive and they can never be free without women. And this movement, you see women on TikTok, they're naked. On Instagram, you like the post because of her teeth are popping. You can't see an ad that is just purely advertising something without seeing a naked woman because it's a movement. It's not going to end anytime soon. And the only men who are going to be saved and free from this movement are the men who are going to perceive women as they are. There are no attractive women on this world. They're just women. You can perceive her the way you want to perceive. No. You can say she is attractive if you're trying to understand her in a biological way, which is not even attractive. Now you're talking about production. Okay? So yeah. I hope that made sense. I hope so, man. I mean, man, guys, come on. You can do better. Okay? She's not attractive, trust me. When a man tells me, I have my wife, we don't marry the attractiveness of a person. We marry their character. We marry their behavior. But the moment you meet with a lady and then you feel attracted to her because she was physically attractive, that is the trap right there. gentlemen, because that is what will cover a facade, and that is what will cover what you needed to see in a lady for you to choose her. But you won't realize it right now. You will realize it later on when the character will be toxic, narcissistic. You can take it. It's dangerous. It will drain you. But you thought maybe she had a good facade, a glittering facade, plus how you perceived her as attractive because of how she looks. That sustained that facade until now her mask dropped down. Now she's herself. The character, when you see her, when you are around her, you will just automatically resent her. And that will be the reason. That will be the reason why you will feel less attracted to her. Questions? I want to end my live now. I hope I have answered some questions for you, gentlemen. Okay. Yeah. I hear you. Thanks. You're welcome. You're welcome, Quen. You're welcome. Hello from France. France, welcome on board. Join my channel and be a member. Trey G is a member. I see him right there. Welcome on board. Laurent from France. Laurence or Laurent from France. Thanks for joining my live. Welcome on board. Be a member. Let's have fun. Ask your questions. I am in Kenya, if you wanted to know. Nairobi right now. Okay? If you wanted to know. This one said, okay. I want to end my live. Thanks for the good, unique content. You're welcome, man. Thanks for always being a fan. Yeah. That is real support right there. Thank you. Thanks, man. I have remained with only 12 minutes. Any burning question? Finally, you tell us your country. Yeah, I decided why not, right? Not any more secret. Sometimes you just have to let it out there and let the world and nature decide for you. I mean, who knows? Maybe I will die tomorrow and you will never know where I came from. So I just rather tell you guys, yeah, I'm in Kenya, Nairobi, right now, Nairobi town. Yeah, Nairobi city. I thought you were speaking French. Not really. I am speaking English. Okay. So when you see me missing, just know it's because I am from Kenya and you must come looking for me. Okay. But I'm planning to travel, not right now, but in future, I hope so. Amen. Amen to that. If an opportunity comes, I will take the opportunity. So pray for me. Pray for me so that I can visit your countries. I hope so, man. I hope so. Down me, I hope so. Any last questions that you have? Hit up your questions. I remember you had what? Carpet with the bonjour written. Really? Really? Then maybe I don't remember. Maybe it's just the French that we are taught in school. And I did not even do French. Okay. I did something else. questions. Are you satisfied, guys? Finally, are you satisfied? I hope today it was a good lesson and most of you have learned something. Like my live, like my videos. I mean, share them, right? Subscribe, join, be a member. That is all I'm asking. Okay? I like your IQ based on psychology. Wow. Thanks, Kenation. And everyone always appreciates it more when I talk about psychology. Why? Why is psychology more interesting to you? It's like, okay, maybe there is a reason to that. Maybe I am more passionate on that topic. I can also maybe agree with that. Contact me if you come to Paris. I will. I will. Let me hope I will actually, Lauren, comment on my videos so that when I come to Paris, I will contact you. Okay? Because that is how people at first meet and then things happen and then you get to know life. Who cares? We'll just die tomorrow. I mean, I don't mean that. I mean, you just need to live your life, right? And at least appreciate that you also need to travel, need to see the world. And so it's not that serious. So, gentlemen, have fun. Don't waste your time with the women. I'm not saying women are bad. Just don't give your life or live or have an identity or be identified by a lady. Like you can only have an identity by the presence of a lady. Don't be like that. Live your life. Okay? Thanks for liking my live. I only have 7 minutes and then I close. I only have 7 minutes actually. Then I close. And gentlemen, remember to always support me. Yeah, in any way possible. I will feel good. I will appreciate it actually. Yeah. Any other questions? I have 7 minutes. Any burning questions that you wanted to know and you haven't really even asked? This is the last chance to have an explanation to you. Yeah, but Senation, Radebe, let me hope that is your, I don't know how I have pronounced your name, but let me hope that is your name. The reason why I try to balance psychology and then stoicism, then women's games, and then women's nature around with men, and then generally relationship and psychology, which is consciousness, and then energy, is I have fans who like it better when I talk about stoicism. I have others who like it better when I talk about psychology. And then I have others who like it more when I talk about women's games. And then others love it more when I'm just maybe talking about real life situation. There is a relationship, what you're supposed to get, and how it works. And then there are others who prefer it better when I talk about shared consciousness in a form of energy and how you can easily be influenced by someone's presence because of their energy. And the law of polarity will always put you in the right spot depending on the frequency that you are operating on. So I try to balance so that I can accommodate everyone here. So let me hope that gave you some clarity, okay? Let me hope. Hi, Matthew. Matthew, where are you from? You have been a member for a while. I have 5 minutes. If you have a question, hit it up so that I can close the session and maybe we can meet next weekend, Saturday. Because when I end my live, I'm not going on live in the next few days. I only do them on Saturday and Sunday. Not guaranteed, but I will always try to fulfill that. Questions? Matthew, welcome on board. So you're okay. Hi. Hi, Joe. You just joined the live. I was supposed to end the live. I'm ending the live in the next how many minutes? 4 minutes or even 3 minutes. Another weapon we can use, excluding psychology. Another weapon we can use, excluding psychology. Stoicism. If you can study Stoicism on my videos, you will be ahead of women always. Who is this? Derek said hi. Hi, Derek. I have a question. Hit up your question. This will be the last question, Joe. Hit up your question. I am in Kenya right now, Nairobi. Hit up your question. Thanks. You're welcome, Sination. You're welcome. You're welcome anytime, my friend. Joe, I have a female friend that I want. How do I approach her? Shoot your shot. Fuck yeah. It doesn't matter. It will always be weird, odd. Just shoot your shot. You don't need a specific system, a specific idea. You don't need a specific way to shoot your shot. You see, she is your friend. The longer you stay being your friend, you just said hi, Jom. The longer you stay being your friend with that friend, there are higher chances of her keeping you as a friend, so she will friend zone you. The earlier you shoot your shot, just tell her we have been friends for a while, and I think we can have a great relationship. Can we give it a try? Or I think we can date. Can we give it a try? You don't need to answer me right now. Take your time. She already know your mindset, what you want. Then give her time, then ask her again, do you have an answer? She tells you, yes, I'm into you, or I'm dating, or I need more time. She's playing games. I need more time because of what? She's dating. She doesn't like you. She still wants to be friends with you. Shoot your shot, man. If she's not interested in a serious relationship, get rid of her. Move on. Who cares? At the end of the day, she will always put you on the bench as a guy she can use as a backup plan. Hmm? Yeah, that is true. If she likes you, she will make it easy for you and not try to play games. Okay? That is exactly the whole point. She will cooperate highly. Cooperate highly meaning when you say hi after telling her that you are into her, she will quickly respond. She will have a higher cooperation. Okay? And she will make it easier for you. When she starts to pull back, she's playing games, forget her. That is what will now give her clarity of what you want and not play games with her. What is your opinion on using dark traits to attract people? When you use a dark trait, you will attract your fellow dark trait or someone who has a low self-esteem, or maybe she's suffering from something, from trauma. Like you always attract someone who has an issue. That is something I have learned in life. You match your energy. What you use is what you attract. What you have is what you attract. It triggers people who have the same dark traits. Maybe it might just be different. Maybe she has low self-esteem. Maybe she has a deficit internally, and you fulfill that. And you fulfill that. If she likes you, she will make it easy for you. That is true. Good. Thank you. We have been friends for 2 months now. I thought it was too early, but 2 months, that is enough. It's too much. Shoot your shot. It's enough. Do it right now. Call her. Leave the live. Call her. Don't call her. Meet her face to face. Ask her or tell her. Don't even rush to get an answer or show her that you are really waiting for her to respond. Give her enough time. She will make it easy for you if she's into you and she wants the same thing. It's too much. Mokwena, what is too much? I'm now ending the live. I think Joe left the live to call the lady. Don't call the lady, Joe. Just meet her face to face. Okay? And ask her eye to eye. Guys, have a better day have a better day or a good day ahead. Don't take things seriously. Just have fun. Let's meet next Saturday. You're welcome, Joe. Or maybe Sunday. And let's always tune in and join my channel. Okay? 2 months is too much. Loli. Enjoy your weekend ahead. Enjoy your weekend. I want to ask something. Okay. Cyprian, I was ending my life. Okay, ask your question, Cyprian, before I leave. Cyprian, ask your question before I leave. This is the only chance. Ask. Let's wait for Cyprian to see what he wants to ask. Cyprian, you are the guy we are waiting so that you can ask the question, I can answer, then we can end the live because the live ended 2 minutes ago. So I'm just waiting for your question. What was your question, Cyprian? Can I end the live, or you are still writing your comment? Let me give you time actually, because you are typing. Let me be patient. Let's hype Cyprian so that he can ask his question, and we can now leave. Okay, guys, be patient so that we can hear Cyprian's question. Huh. Cyprian was just playing with us. Can I end the live? Huh. Can I end the live, guys? Can I give him more time? Or should I just end the live? Answer me kindly. Answer me, guys. Can I end the live or should I give him more time? Yeah, even my people are leaving. They're exiting. think we need to exit, right? It's the highest time. I think Cyprian wasn't really serious, or maybe I'm impatient. Was it a long question, really? Maybe you will ask coming weekend, just save your question, Cyprian. On the coming weekend, heat it up, because at least I have given you 3 more minutes to write the question. Not 3, 4 minutes to write the question. I haven't seen the question. Can we end the live, guys? Can we leave at least now?